Okay, we're live. How's the feedback? Okay, I think we're going to go with this.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll bring the box over here. This way we will show us opening it live. Hey, we got 4 people here. Mark the Senile Detectors, Marty V came in, Dirt Devil, Roger, and Detecting with Jim. Hi, everybody.
Hi, guys.
This is just an impromptu trying out a new 2-camera system. All right.
Well, just look at those. I see a bicentennial one.
Yeah, I see a few bicentennial. I don't even see a an IFC. I'm on a 3 or 4 cold box streak, but we've got 7 boxes here. So I've got a damp cloth. I've got my magnifying glass, my loop, my new scale to measure if it's a heavy roll or not. But since we're doing these live, we're just going to be surprised.
Hi, Maddie's.
Hi, Maddie.
And Lucky James, welcome.
Yeah, James, that's got to look so much better on a TV than the little phone. I don't like watching videos on phones. I'll wait till I get home, watch it on the computer or the TV. All right, let's start off. Okay, where do we need to be for this? We need to be that way. All right, there we go. Let's put this underneath here a little bit more.
Yeah.
There we go. This is all a test, guys.
Yep.
How does it look here? All right, it's giving me 720 quality there. All right, and 10. Okay. $71. You on it?
Yeah.
Thanks, hon. Marty, just finished 2 boxes of nickels. So are you still able to get them, Marty? Because I know your bank threatened to cut you off, sir.
How does a bank cut you off?
I'm sorry, what, Rob?
How does a bank cut you off? I mean, aren't they glad to be getting money?
No, they have to pay. They have to pay shipping to have those brought in by the armored car company.
Oh.
The armored car company charges you by weight. So when they bring in bills, it's not expensive. But when they bring in 2 boxes of halves, I know my bank is getting charged for it, but because I have a nice account there, they do that for me.
Oh, I see.
There's a lot of banks that will not do it unless you have a commercial account. And then the minimum that cost is like $15 a month for a commercial account. So a lot of banks don't like doing it. Yes, there will be nickels not going to end. Good work. Good for you, Marty. Fantastic, sir. Did you get any buffs or silver?
Hi,
Hi,
Greg.
Greg.
Are you Weber?
All right, that needs to go further back so I have more room here. That looks good. Okay. Roll 2.
That's correct. Okay. There's Moon over Miami. Hello. And of course, Denise.
Turn this sound up just a hair.
36 buff, 83 proof,
There we go.
1 each
Hi,
2021.
Moon.
Looks like Mystic is in the house.
Hi, Mystic. 36 buff, 83 proof, and 1 each of the 2024 Philly and Denver. Good for you, Marty. I'm glad to hear. And a bunch of Canadian beavers. Yeah, what's a box of nickels without Canadian?
Yeah.
I've got a dozen Canadians sitting here that I've gotten in change. All right.
The Colonel is collecting and detecting. Hello. Gentleman Prospector. Hello. Welcome.
I'm sorry, what, Rob?
Oh, I'm saying Gentleman Prospector. Hello. Welcome.
Hey, gentlemen. All right, how do I? All right, see if that echo just got better. I took off the sound off the second channel. Hi, Mama Bird. Hey, Colonel.
Yeah, it sounds a little better.
Okay. All right. Well, then since we got rid of that echo, I'm going to turn the sound up a bit more so I can hear Marty better. How's that?
You mean Rob?
Or hear Rob better?
Okay.
Thank you, honey.
Hello, Paula.
There you go, Rob. That's you sound perfect now.
Okay.
Hi, Paula.
Mama Bird. Welcome.
Yeah, we just started, guys. That was roll 3. We're trying it. We're trying it at the desk. You can see it's the same background as the Sunday stream. I moved I moved stuff out from behind the monitor. I pushed the monitor all the way back to the wall. This is a 3.5, 4 foot wide desk. So with the monitor back, I've got a good 2.5 feet of space here. So I brought the coin roll mat over. I got the ring light going right there with the camera. And then we muted the computer and we're going off the sound in the phone because we couldn't get them to both work together. So we're trying it.
Okay.
Yes,
Got
Rob,
a
you were
test.
not yelling at me. Hi, Danny D. It's good because we don't want to be yelling. Well, guys, we've got 7 boxes of halves here, all from the same bank, which is mine and Denise's credit union. I'm on a four box cold streak, so I have no idea what to expect here, but I thought we would just go live to test this setup because if this works, this is how we'll do the lives for the halves with the 2 camera setting. I'll probably get the camera here to zoom in a little better next time. So this is a little, I can always hold the coin right up to the camera, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is a work in progress today. We're way behind on silver for the year. Yeah, Jim, I got behind, so I started ordering. The last 2 weeks, I've ordered 3 boxes each.
Yeah. Well, is right.
Huh?
Wow is right. Greg from Mayhew Diver.
Oh, another 71 that almost looks silver. It's like all those 65 dimes I kept rubbing to see if they would turn into silver, and they never did. And yes, when you're a new metal detectorist and you hadn't found silver yet, yes, you will rub 65 dimes hoping they turn into silver. Rob said, I am going big. That's right, Miss Maddie. Thanks, Maddie. Appreciate the input. That's what we're looking for here. We're looking for input to see how this all looks. Miss Denise is monitoring it from her phone. She said it doesn't look too bad.
Yeah.
She just got home from work a little while ago. Did you feed the kitties yet?
Yeah, all good one.
Ooh, look at that baby. That's a metal detecting half right there. Look at that baby.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that thing's been in the ground.
Yeah, they probably dumped it in the Coinstar.
I met with a subscriber yesterday, Carissa CLMK. I met her and her sister at Denny's yesterday, and we met and had breakfast. And she bought a bunch of my real brand new shiny NIFCs. She collects NIFCs, so I was able to get rid of some of those without having to take them to my bank. And she gave me a book. She gave me a coin book, like the ones Pat donated for the Christmas stream. She had something similar. And we're going to hold that to this year's Christmas stream. So she has donated to the Christmas stream. But yeah, we had a real nice breakfast over at Denny's and swapped some coins. And I just did sign up. Denise and I just signed up with a new bank that said they would be happy to take my coins. So I have found another bank, another dump bank. You don't like to use that phrase, but I have found another dump bank to take the pressure off the one that's getting a little tired of me bringing in all the coins. Ooh, that's a nice thick. That's a nice thick edge right there. I'm not sure if that's thick for a proof, but we will check it out.
Nick Molnar said he just picked up toonies, a box of toonies today.
Nice, Nick. I got an 1844 seated $half at an auction last night for $14. Yep, I'd have paid $1,400 or $14 for an 1844 seated halftime just to have my machine beep over so I know what it rang up.
Huh.
Nice, Nick. Now this is not a proof nor a NIFC. It is Super Nick Molnar, honey. He does boxes of Canadian coins.
Hi, Stephen Stark. Welcome.
Hi, Stephen. Yeah, but if they were 65 Pauls, it don't matter. Danny D wants to know, what are you baking? She's not baking anything right now.
I'm trying to stay awake.
Rob, look up a bit for questions. Okay. Will do, Maddie. Hi, Jim Steele. Thanks, buddy. We're hoping to find some silver.
Nick says he's trying to get more coins for his birthday stream on Saturday. That's pretty
Good
cool.
luck to you, Nick. I've got 7 boxes of halves. I've got 1 box of quarters, 1 box of dimes, 1 box of nickels, and a lot of boxes of pennies sitting here. So, yeah, I am way behind. And since I can't detect right now, let's get going on this. And I actually have another box of halves and another box of quarters coming in today, actually.
Okay, so Maddie asks, what's your favorite coin you ever found? Rob.
Well, my 1899 Barber was pretty special because that was my first 1800 silver. That was the day on that courthouse lawn up in Missouri. I found 4 Barber dimes in one day, all within 10 feet of each other. So that was a pretty special day, Maddie. Yeah, my first 1800 silver was a big special. But probably, man, what's my favorite coin? I'm pretty partial to the 2-cent piece, the 1868 2-cent piece I found, because you shouldn't be finding those in Florida. This area of Florida is not old enough to find one. And I found it on a 1925 property. I also found several Wheaties there and an Indian. So off of one guy's yard, I didn't get any silver off his yard, but out of one guy's yard, I got I think a 1905 Indian and an 1868 2-cent piece. And that was the guy that made me pay $20 for it. He asked me how much it was worth. I looked it up. The book said it was $20 book value for good. So I said, the book says it's worth about $20. And he says, okay, give me $20. You can take it home. Otherwise, I want to keep it. So yeah, he made me buy my own coin that I dug up.
Hey, at least you got a chance to keep it.
But I got to keep it. That's right. Man, I don't even have an NIFC here yet. And for those of you wondering what NIFC means, that is not issued for circulation. Some people say not intended, not issued. Starting 2002, the Mint made they didn't make the halves for the general public anymore since half dollars were not being used as much. So they started making them for collectors and coin sets, and you had to be like a coin dealer or whatever to buy them. So the mintage went way down starting in 2002. The mintage went way down. So that's what Carissa bought for me. And here, guys, here's an example of somebody that's already checked this coin. You see they put the blue magic marker mark there. You will never, ever hunt a box of half dollars without finding coins that somebody else has looked through. What you hope is that these get circulated with some new coins that hit the system that hopefully somebody's gone through that are silver. Or a proof. I did find one of my favorite coins. Well, one of my favorite coins, Maddie, coin roll hunting, is I have found two and a half magic coins in the half dollars. The first one I found was just the top half, and then I found a complete one, and then I found another complete one. So I do have. Are they right here? Let me see if I have them sitting right here.
Yeah.
I thought I had one right here. If I find it, I'll let you know. But I found a commemorative 1936 or 1938 commemorative half dollar from the U.S. Mint. That's probably one of my best finds. Ooh, we finally gonna have an NIFC here.
All right.
There's two very shiny edges.
Maddie, I used to buy a lot of Eisenhowers off of eBay, and one of my favorites was, if you've never seen what a brown Ike is, brown Ikes come in a brown box, and they're like this. So
Hey, that looks familiar.
yeah.
Is that the one you got from me?
Yeah, this is the one I got from you, but the one I bought back in 2010 was already graded, and found out it was a error coin from the Mint. So that's my favorite. It's worth $1,500, and I only spent $30 for it.
Alrighty, guys, that's got a nice thick edge, but it is not a proof. It's not even an NIFC. It's just a very well-struck 81. All right, we just got our first NIFC, so we have one short roll there that I will. I have some extra halves here that I will replenish that and re-roll them. So we got our first NIFC 2010. So it's not an actual total skunk box now.
Yeah.
That's an ugly, dirty coin.
Oh, weird, Jim. An Iran quarter size coin from the Coinstar yesterday.
Like I say, our local Winn-Dixie around the corner here that's got the Coinstar, there are so many homeless guys that hang out around that store that usually by 6, 7 o'clock in the evening, a bunch of them have already gone over and cleaned out the Coinstar. So it's not easy for getting anything in Coinstar anymore. Hi, Lucinda. Ooh, sounds good, Paula. Take care.
Yeah, I just went to Coinstar yesterday to dump a bunch of coins to get a Apple iTunes card, and it only rejected $1 worth of.
Have you ever put any halves into the Coinstar? Do they accept halves?
Yeah.
Okay. I've never tried the halves, but yeah, if you get a card, if you get an e-gift card, they charge you no commission on it.
Yeah.
So like Rob said, if he took in $25-$30 to get that Pete thing on Amazon he wanted, you get an Amazon card. If you trade in $20 of coins, you get a $20 Amazon gift card.
Yeah.
I guess Amazon, they make money getting some money back from Amazon. That way you avoid Our Coinstars are 9% commission right here. And then one of my credit unions that used to do it free, they jumped to 5%. So now for every $100 you bring in of coins, it's $5. I'm not, if I get a box with no silver in it, I'm not taking that back to there because then I lose $5 on the box I just did.
Well, our Coinstar charges, I think, 12%. So the gift card is the route to go unless you really need the cash.
Yeah, because I mean, ours, you got like 30 choices. You got Home Depot, Lowe's, you got Outback Steakhouse,
Applebee's,
Applebee's, yeah,
Google Play,
movie theaters, all kind, yeah. But I mean, I would imagine probably 80-90% get Amazon.
Yeah.
All right, guys, my goal for every year doing this with 2 boxes of halves is 1 silver per box, which gives you 2 silvers per week. And then you figure with the holidays, I average 50 weeks, 100 boxes, 50 weeks. So if you can find a silver in every box, that's 100 silvers for the year. That's a good year. Did I make that last year? No, I did not. Did I make it in 2023? Yeah, we had a good year 2023, but 2024, not so much.
Nice, Lucinda. About 5 years ago, some guy tried putting silver dollars in the Coinstar machine. He lost one, but she bought the rest.
Yeah, Dalton just got one out of the Coinstar at his Walmart. It got jammed up, and the lady that operates the machine said, "Hey, do you want this silver dollar?" And Dalton bought the silver dollar for $1. It's probably worth $60. We found out one of my banks, they just got a new machine in, does not take half dollars. How you doing, Mrs. Kendu? 2 steel Wheaties and a 1901 Netherlands 1 cent in coin return today. Nice. And the reason it rejects the steel Wheaties is because of their weight. Their weight is different than a copper cent. Those machines go by mostly, I believe, weight. Because the diameter of a Canadian penny and a Canadian nickel are the same as the United States, but they weigh different.
I figured they would have like a magnet in the Coinstar machine to reject the steel.
Oh, yeah. Probably that too, Rob. I had somebody telling me now that these regional banks or these regional clearinghouses are now have machines that take the silver out as they do them. I don't believe that, because if that was the case, you would never see a silver, and I've already gotten silver this year. You know, you watch Rob Fine's Treasure, you watch Half Dollar Make You Holler, you watch Quinn's Coins, you watch Dan's Coins, you watch Coining Around, and you watch Digging with Dave. Everybody's finding silver, maybe not a lot, but the silver's still out there.
Yeah.
Well, it's got some nice toning, but it's just a 93. It's a good looking coin. But we're not here to find good looking coins. We are here to find some skilled up. Rob, we lost Rob. There he is. What's silver going for today?
Oh,
Hi, Tom Kingery. Hey, Northern Found, Frankster.
Silver spot.
Ooh, look at that shiny edge. That's got to be an NIFC.
According to Kitco right now, it's at 33.53.
There you go. Silver's over 33. Yep, 2023, guys. NIFC number 2. Those are okay to find, but we are looking for silver. Here's another shiny edge. Just a nice 1998. So,
Hi, Ringo.
Howdy, Ringo. Ooh, what was that? Oh, just a mark. You know, guys, I've been trying to figure out a night to do a marathon that 7-box hunt with all these boxes at night. You can't do it without stepping on somebody's toes. Thursday 9 to 10, Shane's on. I could probably do it after Shane gets off on Thursday, but then I'd be going late into the night. Bill's on 9 to 11 on Tuesdays. Wednesday evening is Rachel, her and Mark, the bird hunter. Friday is a lot of the gold guys. And then obviously Saturday night is Charlie and I. And then Sunday night, they have the crew on Sunday digs. That does probably get over about 9:30. So Sunday night's a possibility late. Or late afternoon like this. How many people we got here right now? 19 people. Nice. Just for an impromptu.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't really have to kind of disrupt the table here too much. Just moving a few things around. I'll clean up a little bit when we get done. All right, that didn't go well. But I didn't hear that silver tink.
Hi, Kenneth Bird.
Hey, Kenneth Bird. Hello. Because you will hear the silver tink if there is silver there. Or you'll hear that hollow noise if there's a magic coin. And then you can put it on the scale and weigh it.
That's one thing I have yet to find is a magic coin.
Took me years. Troy found one metal detecting. He found a nickel, and he brought it to a club meeting. I didn't know him then. I was brand new at the club. I've only been there a few months, and this guy had on the display table this. He had marked magic nickel, and I said, "Who's this belong to?" And Troy, like I say, I didn't know him. He said, "Me." And I said, "Can I buy it from you?" He goes, "No," and I was like, "Wow, what an asshole!" And he goes, "No, but I'll give it to you." Because he was mainly doing parks and water hunting and beach hunting. And he goes, "Show me how you find these old properties." And buddy, we introduced Troy to door knocking, and he is literally the door knocking king now. He took to that, man, like a fish to water.
Yeah, that's good. Nick says he does live streams at 5:30 on Tuesdays and Saturdays.
Does it work out? I see some of Nick's, so apparently that's a good time, Nick, in the evening. Yeah, I guess a lot of people are getting home. Wow, when you're not finding silver, these boxes go fast.
Yeah. Hi, Captain Vic.
Hi, Captain Vic. Hi, Hunter. I'd be happy with a commemorative coin today, or it's been a pretty quiet bunch of boxes.
Yeah. He says he tries to go on before others get on. Nick.
That sounds like a good idea, Nick. Because obviously, right now at 5 o'clock, there are people home. We have 20 people here, so there are people home. Oh, it's a good question, Maddie. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26. This is roll 24. Thank you, Maddie. I stopped counting. I forgot.
Yeah. It's like almost 10 after 2 here, so.
All right, guys, there is a third NIFC. It is a 2012 for our third one of those. Again,
take
nice
it easy,
time,
Nick.
but those aren't what we're looking for. Take care, Nick. All righty, guys. Wow, that's a pretty shiny Philadelphia right there. It's also got a very high rim. It's almost got like a double stamped rim.
Oh.
Yeah, the machine struck that one weird. I'll put that aside. Weird's good.
Yep.
Alrighty. Roll 25. Halfway point in the box right here. Nice, Maddie. All right, this is roll 25, halfway. And we have pretty much bupkis so far.
Now I know you get proofs from time to time.
I got like eight or nine proofs in one box, Rob, including several commemorative proofs. I've gotten 6 or 7 of the Ellis Island proof. Those are from '86 for the 100th year anniversary of France giving us the Statue of Liberty. So they made that beautiful commemorative half with the Ellis Island on one side, the Statue of Liberty, and the other side is the immigrant family, the mother, father, and the child holding hands, overlooking I think the Statue of Liberty. And then they make a commemorative proof every year going back to the 30s. Like I said, that 36 one I found, or 34, was probably one of my favorite finds. But I got 2 Olympic proofs also from the Olympics. I think one of them has a gymnast on it. Those are in some of those right there where those little medicine bottles are. One of them is all filled with proofs and commemoratives.
Yeah. Have you ever found the commemorative $50 for Eisenhower?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, I've never even seen one of them in person. Okay, this looks like an NIFC. Yep, 2023. And most of the time, guys, if you find silver, it just jumps right out at you, especially if it's a 90%er.
Jason E. Minor. Internal rotation is doing great. Not so well on the external. So, hope you get that
Yeah, I hope
healed
you're
up.
doing better, sir. So I can reach out, but I can't back my hand. But I can't back here people yet. Hey, David, how we doing? Yeah, lots of 70s, but not any 69s. Also, for you guys that don't know a lot about coin roll hunting, 1970 is the last year of the 40% silver, but it's also an NIFC year. So there is only very low mintage in 1970. I have never actually seen or found a 1970 $50. Never. In all the years I've been doing coin roll hunting now, for almost 8 years, I have done hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of boxes of halves. And even watching other people's videos, I've probably only seen on YouTube a handful, maybe 3, 4 1970s ever found. It's not as rare as Marty's 1877 IHP, which is the rarest of all, but it's pretty rare. See, now that looks silver, but it's got a little bit of copper, and it's probably going to be a 71. 71. Their edges look so. Oh, 2003, NIFC number 5.
No. Hi, Georgianne.
Hi, Miss Georgianne. Marty is a coin maggot, Greg. You got that right, especially with his nickels, man. He does extremely well. I did finally get a bucket lister find in a nickels box earlier this year. I'm going to put that video on for the members probably this month or next month. All right, I doubt this is silver, but yep, 71, 2001. Sometimes I know, guys, the way the camera picks them up, I've watched other people's videos and I was screaming, that's silver, why don't you see that? Because sometimes they look silver on the camera even though they're even though they're not.
Yes, you are, Marty.
A V-nickel slob, yes you are. And a buffalo slob, yes you are, Marty. Nothing wrong with that, sir. I'm running out of room to put my discharge. Okay, roll 30. All right, just got the paper underneath my fingernail. That felt really good. Yep, that could be an NIFC.
Yeah.
Hey, I just put that paper in my coffee.
Yeah.
Yep, 2004. Yep. Way to go, Rob.
Yeah. He dug up a beautiful 1889 IHP.
Yeah, cartwheel penny. I haven't. I've only got the 1800 silver, the 1899. Even my only not an SLQ quarter, barber. My only barber quarter. That's like a 1905. I didn't even get in the 1800s on my only barber quarter. That's also another pretty special coin for me. I found that in Missouri with Shane and Beard that day on mine and Shane's Missouri trip. But that's phenomenal, Marty. Hey, Down East Detecting and Prospecting. Good evening or good afternoon.
Hey,
Thank
Bob.
you for being here. We're just trying out a new camera setup with a box of halves.
Yeah, this one's a 1897 from the other night.
And you got that on the beach.
Yeah.
Our beaches don't have anything like that, Marty. Or Rob, excuse me. Not at all.
Oh, shoot. I find V-nickels at the beach all the time, too. And buffs, war nicks, a lot of war nicks.
Oh, 2002. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. NIFC number 7. I have found one silver dime at Clearwater Beach. That's the only silver coin I have on the beaches is one silver dime, rosy dime. And I don't think it's been there since silver was around. I think somebody had it and changed, and it fell out of their pocket just like any other piece. And I have found maybe 5 or 6 Wheaties on Clearwater Beach.
And here's my first silver find at the beach.
Yeah, that looks like that's been. Yeah, that looks like that's been there a long time.
Yeah, it was digging in Pebble Beach. Well, that's not the name of it, but that's what it was, a bunch of pebbles.
Well, that coin looks like it was definitely sitting in a bunch of pebbles.
Yeah, trying to use the sand scoop in that was was pain in the butt.
Rob, am I cheating on GPS?
Yeah, it's a joke. Because I do the co-hosting with GPS on Sunday nights.
Well, the oldest coin I did own was that $1 that Rob lost, misplaced, gave away accidentally, whatever. But it is It is GOA. Probably to never be found again. And that was part of that estate sale I bought from the neighbor's widow. All right, nice, honey.
Here's another Indian head that I dug up.
See that's nice. That almost looks like a Florida Indian head. All righty, guys, roll 35.
And then you guys were talking about steel scents. Here's a steel scent that I dug up.
I've never dug one that nice. That's not in bad shape for a steel scent.
Yeah, I found it with the 705.
JFA, Pick and Bean, welcome. Well, guys, sorry we've got no silver. I've been kind of on a cold streak. This will be box number 4 or 5 with no silver if we don't get any. But with 7 boxes here, we thought we should be going through them here soon. I have one bank that will not order me any more halves until I pick up the week before. That's how I got behind. All right, we have a hole here with holes and a coin here with hole. Wow, that baby looks like your Merc. That thing's chewed up.
Road rash?
It does look like road rash. As Park Red Pat would say, mower modified.
Oh.
I used that in a stream I had never been in before, and people were rolling. That's a good Patism. All right, roll 36. Pretty much for me too, Marty. They look almost as bad as the coin in my giveaway. And for you folks that were in Tuesday night stream on Paparazzo's, I gave some clues to what that coin is. The giveaway goes to tomorrow. What is today? Thursday? The giveaway goes to tomorrow night at midnight.
Yeah.
So there's only been about 20 people that have entered, guys. So you literally have a 1 in 20 chance of winning. In it to win it, as Denise says. Thank you, Maddie. Never dug a steel. Never dug a steely. I've never done one dug one down east that I could identify. Yeah, even though our Florida soil treats pretty good down here, it doesn't treat steel coins very well.
Yeah, that's one thing I missed about being down in Georgia is the black soil down there, and the constant sulfur smell. So it does something different to the coins there than it is over here.
Well, when me and Charlie were digging in Tallahassee starts to get some of the hilly terrain that southern Georgia has, and you start getting a little bit of that orange clay that Georgia has. But our relics came out up in North Florida pretty good. The IHP was readable. I got a Cracker Jack token that came out pretty legible.
Yeah, I shouldn't say black. It's more of a gray soil where I was digging at.
No, flat out Florida, guys. It's just sand.
And it wasn't hard packed like it is out here.
Yeah, that was the difference when we go on the trip up to Bowling Green to the NHRA races with the guys that we do every year or every other year. And I dug up the KOA campground we were at. Oh my gosh, is that rocky ground? I wouldn't want to have to metal detect in Kentucky with the rocks in that ground up there all the time. All right, we got 2 really shiny edges here. Okay, that one's probably a 71, 74. What do we got here? We have 2006. So, yep, that one's an IFC, but this one is just a 77. It's got a nice edge. 2, 4, 6. We got 8 NIFCs. That's pretty low for even a box. Just found a dime in the Cornstar with no reeds and stamp in the face is misstamped. I'm gonna put a. Oh yeah. Send me an email that Bean, we'll show that on the Sunday stream. Here in Maine, we got mud
and ticks.
Yeah, we get a lot of rain here. The water just filters down through the sand. It's great for the septic system. Wow, look at that. Look at that blue toning on that one. That coin is actually like a gunmetal bluish gray. Nice. What are you making your dad, hon? Oh, okay. Do what? Well, if there's enough for me, yeah, I'll take the prime rib if there's enough.
Yeah.
If not, I'll finish that piece of fish.
Well, so far your stream, it sounds great and all that. So, and
yeah, I mean, it's kind of bouncing back through the phone. So I've got like a split-second lag, but as long as we don't have any reverberation and feedback, yeah, I'm not hearing. When we first tried this, Rob, before we went live, that feedback was horrible.
mm-hmm.
So I'll get the phone a little better focus for the next time, and a little closer to the coins. But I think I've got the setting wrong, that these coins aren't in super focus. Yeah, that should be coming at that close. That should be coming through crystal clear, and it's not. So I think I have a setting wrong in the phone. But today's a learning experience, guys. That's exactly right, honey. We're just winger, and we're winging it. Nice, Steven Stark. Guys, go check out Steven. He posted some of the jewelry he made on his channel. Go check out Steven Stark and his jewelry. Always enjoy supporting each other out here, guys. Yeah. I found out 2 of the new channels that have been coming to the Sunday stream. I went to go check out their channel, realized I wasn't subscribed. So I went right over and made sure I subscribed to those 2 channels.
Now, have you found any pocket watches, Rob?
Yes, I found numerous frames of them. I've never found one with a face on it. Dalton and I were doing a street tear out and a curb tear out. Dalton found a 100% complete pocket watch under the sidewalk they tore out in the dirt under the sidewalk on the sidewalk tear out. It was 100% complete with the front glass, the hands, and it from sitting there in the moisture, it had popped open, so the back was off. But when it came out in one piece, you could gently lift off the back cover, and all the gears and springs, everything there. It was a 100% complete pocket watch that we found. I should probably redo that one. That might have been before. That might have been in the days before Monday Digs. So there might be a lot of people that haven't seen that one. And technically, since it was a street tear out, yeah, that's how most mine look, Rob.
Yeah, that's my first one. It's got the inside.
Oh, nice. It's got quite a few of the gears with it. So for you folks metal detecting, if you find those kind of gears in the ground, that's exactly what the inside of a pocket watch looks like.
Also found one of these pieces.
Yeah, and you find a few bezels. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark C. I found 2 really old intact pocket watches. Congratulations, Georgianne. That's awesome. Like I said, I don't have one full one yet. Oh, I thought this might be silver, but I bet it's going to. Oh, 77. Man, that looked. Wow, did that look silver? All right. Do we have another NIFC? Yep, 2002 for number 9.
Sorry, when I pass each other because there's 4 cats over there in Trinity. And there's like 3 boxes, blue boxes, hit the mail. We might pass each other. I might see you.
All right, guys, roll
I'll get her enough
44.
food, and she still has plenty of
And then here's a
farmer dog, right?
beach find from the 40s.
Is it a Zippo?
Yeah.
It's got writing on it.
Yeah, it's from the Merchant Marine Training School.
It's okay. Bye.
Ooh, look at that nice thick rim. You can see that nice thick one. Probably not thick enough to be a proof, though. Nope, just a beautiful 1990 Philadelphia with a nice thick rim. We're running out of, oh, there's a 2010 for NIFC number 10. We are fastly running out of rolls.
Here's a relic I found when I was in Georgia.
Oh, that is freaking awesome. I don't think I have any Buick relics. Is that the center cap?
Yeah, center cap.
Nice. Yeah, same with me, Greg. Lots of pieces and parts. I'll probably sit here tonight at the computer, guys, since his table's now full of rolls of coins. I'll watch Shane's Thirsty Thursday and sit here and be rolling up coins while I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm surprised you don't have a coin counter machine that does it already for you, like the big ones.
Just dump them in there, and I leave them in stacks. I got all the stacks right there. I leave them in the stacks, so I just re-roll them really fast. The bank does give me the empty rolls.
Yeah. Bob says he finds watch winders than watches. More watch winders.
See, and I don't have many watch winders. I think it'd be cool to find a watch winder. 2023. I can't remember. I haven't found a watch winder in years. I'll tell you, one of my favorite relics to find is skeleton keys. I have 4 skeleton keys, and I've got those 4 in a little display box. I've dug in Koopman's Magic Pocket Lamp, first production lighter, just the outer case. Very cool.
Oh, nice. No, never dug up a skeleton key.
Well, again, this area of Florida is right. Even the oldest houses were being built just as they were phasing those out. So the last one I found was in this guy's front yard, and he came out and he said, "Hey, did you find anything cool?" And I said, "Yeah, I just got me a really nice skeleton key." The guy goes, "Do you mind if I take that?" Like all the interior doors upstairs still have the original doors with the original skeleton key. He took it, came outside, handed it back to me. He said, "They fit all the doors upstairs." And I said, "Well, why don't you keep it?" The guy goes, I don't ever lock them. I don't need it." He says, "But that is the key for all our interior doors." That was way cool. The house was a teens.
Yeah. I've never
that
found
little front yard. That was a small front yard. Man, that I found everything in that guy's front yard.
Yeah. I've never found a valve stem either. So
You now found the house stem?
nope, not yet.
Either the cover or the long piece that the cover goes over, and the nut.
Nope.
You know, it's funny, Rob. Talk about. I see a weasel, Weigold, Rob, and Bernardo. Hey, Ed, how we doing, sir? Greg says I have lots of skeleton keys. The first time I found a valve, when people said I keep finding a valve. This is the valve off of Ford. All I could think of was the valve in an engine, and I'm like, how are they finding internal engine parts? I kept saying, how many people are taking apart engines if people like they're found valves? I had no idea. I didn't know that it was the valve stem on the old wooden rim tires.
Yeah.
2002, another NIFC. Yep, another 71. It's mostly a silver edge, guys. Yeah, I'm going to fix this focus for the next stream, guys. Hey, who knows? Maybe we'll do another box tonight after Shane. I'll get all these rolled up. We'll get the focus on this camera right here, so it's crystal clear. But this is one of 3 boxes I bought last week, so hopefully one of the 3's got some silver in it.
It's like I hear people always finding Merry Widows.
The 3 Merry Widows tins?
Yeah, and this is the closest I have been able to find anything like that.
Pro rubber quart.
Circle.
Prophylactic. Newark, New Jersey. There you go.
And here's another one.
And the gold circle. Yep. I've got 2. I've got 2 tops of 3 Merry Widows. The first one I found with Troy up in Waldo when we were heading up to Florida Hunt 6. That was also the trip I found that little metal garbage can that everybody keeps telling me is from the that had the little nuggets in it for the bubble gum, but they were all plastic garbage cans, and this is a metal garbage can. I need to make a short on that. All righty, guys, roll 49. We got 2 rolls left.
Hi, Bill. Pop Ross.
Evening, Billster. Yeah, I like tokens and medallions too, Ed. I enjoy finding medallions, especially if it's something unique.
Oh, yeah, I keep a bunch of tokens in here. And I keep all the pesos in here. So we get tokens and pesos.
All right, guys, this is roll 49. All righty, here is roll 50, guys. Have we found silver on roll 50 before? Yes, we have. Am I expecting silver here? No, I am not. Oh, so I got excited for a split second with that really dark one, but 99% of the time I can see copper in it. Yeah, it's just a burnt. That thing's been in a fire. Now this end one looks pretty exciting. Wow, look at that. That's actually a goldish rim on that. 1980.
Yeah. It almost looks proof.
It does almost look proof. It's yeah, it does, but it's not.
No mint.
It's a Denver.
Denver.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a Denver. All right, I'm gonna take this phone out of the phone holder for a split second.
I bet it probably came out of a mint set.
And let's see if I can switch this over to. How do I switch this over to the other camera?
There should be like a little camera with a circle where you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's in the one that I thought would be more. All right, let's log back onto the live stream. Yeah, I messed that up.
Drum roll, please.
Yeah, my phone just said, nah, you took us out. We're not coming back. But all righty, guys, we just finished up all 50 rolls. Nothing. Wow, that phone's really hot sitting in the sitting underneath that ring light. All righty, guys, we may come back on tonight after Shane's Thursday at 10 o'clock, 10:15, and maybe we'll do another box tonight. I'll try and get the phone a little more straightened out. I appreciate all you 20-some people that are here. Hey, Ron, how we doing? Yeah, drum roll for Greg. Nope. All righty, guys, we'll see if we can get organized and get on tonight. Rob, thanks for being here today, buddy.
And no problem.
Thanks,
Roger.
everybody. See you tonight.
There you go.